Hey everyone, it's Sid and I'm here to do my very first Q&A. I put up an Instagram question thing the other day and then I've compiled some of my favorite questions that were asked and as well as the ones that were repeated. So I have them written down and I'm just going to get started. Okay, first question, what is your favorite snack? My favorite snack would definitely be crunchy flaming hot Cheetos with a hint of lime. Who inspires me? Definitely inspired a lot by my family, specifically my sister. I have an older sister. She's just finishing up nursing school. She's like the sweetest little soul to ever walk this earth. So I think she would definitely be someone that I look up to every day. Celebrity crush, Michael B. Jordan, or like a Zac Efron. Yeah, I'm gonna lock that answer in. Okay, favorite Utah Leo. No one's seen my favorite Utah Leo yet, so stay tuned for that one. My favorite holiday would be Christmas, although I do consider my birthday to be a holiday. So it would be like kind of tied between Christmas and my birthday, but I get a lot of hate from my friends when I say that my birthday is my favorite holiday, so I'll stick with Christmas. Favorite movie would be Step Brothers. My favorite TV show would be The Office. Or Money Heist. I really loved Money Heist and I cannot wait for the 5th season. Okay. Favorite food would be a tie between French toast and mac and cheese. Okay. What is my major? I'm a finance major, so I'm in the business school, but I chose to specialize in finance. Favorite Utah floor routine. Favorite Utah floor routine would be a tie between my sophomore and junior year. My sophomore one was super fun. It was kind of a Spanish theme, which is typically the floor music I had in club. And then my junior year, we went a little bit more upbeat, poppy, which was a little out of my comfort zone at first. But once we competed in the Huntsman and I got the crowd into it, I absolutely loved it. Favorite places to eat in Utah. I love Park Cafe. They have the best French toast I've ever eaten in my life. I really like Spitz downtown. I like Copper Onion. There's a lot of good Utah places. I would really have to think about that one if I really wanted to answer it good. Packers or Buccaneers? None of the above. If I had to pick, I would say the Buccaneers over the Packers, but I'm more of like I like the Saints, mainly because I like their colors. I like the Rams. But yeah, those two are definitely not either one of my favorite NFL teams. Okay, what got me into gymnastics? My older sister was enrolled in recreational gymnastics and my mom and I would always go and watch her, and they noticed that I would be like always running around, jumping, doing stuff, and they were like, why doesn't she try it for the program? My mom was like, okay, sure, like, you can have her. And then sure enough, they were like, actually, like, let's move her to the competitive side. And then the rest is history. Although on the first day, I faked a neck injury because I really didn't like it. Like, I really hated it and I like cried. I was like, can I please quit? My mom's like, no, like, we paid for you to like go for a month. Like, you have to try it out, whatever. Then I fell in love with it and yeah. Hardest mental block to overcome. Personally, I'm not really a fearful gymnast. However, something that's always really tripped me up is when I get the twisties. And for people that don't do gymnastics and don't know what that means, it's when your body, you feel like you only know like how to twist or you don't know where you are in the air. And that can be really terrifying, and that's a really hard mental block to overcome, and that's something that I kind of still face in college. But you know, doing a lot of basics and like reinforcing that I know what I'm doing, and that like, you know, when I get in the air and if something goes wrong, like my body will end up knowing how to fall, if that makes sense. But the twisties are really scary, and any gymnast watching this is probably like, yeah. Okay, moving on. Tell me about your family. Okay, my family means absolute world to me. I'm from Canada originally, Calgary, Alberta. So all of my family is still up there, and I am the lone one that's moved away from home. My mom and dad are Sherry and Dale. They are the most like loving parents on the planet. I could not have asked for better people to be my parents or raised me. And then I have an older sister, which I talked about. She's 23. I kind of already said that she's in nursing school, whatever. She lives at home. She is just like, her and I are like kind of opposites. Like, I'm a lot extroverted. She's a little bit more introverted. Much nicer than I am. But yeah, no, my family is everything to me. They have supported me through my entire gymnastics career. Everything I've ever gone through, they've been by my side. But yeah, my family is awesome. Hopefully one time they can join the YouTube, but yeah. Okay, these questions I thought were a little longer to answer, so here we go. Why did I choose to come to the University of Utah? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, when I was in club, I didn't even know Utah was a state. And my coach at the time, his name was Steve Arkell, and he was really good friends with Greg Marston. And he was like, Sid, like, Utah's interested in you. And I was like, I don't know what that means, whatever. I was only 14 or 15 at the time when I made my commitment, so I was really young. But I went on a few recruiting visits with my dad to other places. And then when I came to Utah, it really just felt like home. Like, it was immediately, I felt like I was part of a family. I loved that, you know, it was a little closer to home than some of the other schools I was looking at. Salt Lake City reminds me a lot of Calgary. You know, it's kind of like a big city, up and coming type of thing. So I loved that about like Utah itself. But then gymnastics, I fell in love with the coaches. When I was recruited by Greg, and it was when Megan and Tom were, you know, the assistants, or however it all went, I don't remember. And I remember meeting Megan Marston, and I was like, I love her, I need to come here, like, this is amazing. I met Tom, and I was like, this guy he's funny, he's energetic, like, he just kind of seems like someone I would want to coach me. And then obviously as Greg retired and like other coaches have come in, like Tom has kind of been the constant for me, and Tom and I have a really good relationship in terms of, you know, I'm comfortable talking to him about stuff going on in my life, and that was really apparent through the recruiting process when they would call and ask about school, ask about my family. Everything wasn't just like gymnastics oriented. And I think growing up a gymnast, an elite gymnast too, you kind of struggle with like an identity of like, I was only known as like Sydney the gymnast, and that was something I really struggled with through like high school. So knowing that my future coaches cared about more than just like my ability to gymnastics just felt like the right fit, and the 15,000 fans was like the real selling point in terms of why I chose Utah. Plans after college. Wow, loaded question. So I'm a finance major. I'm really hoping that I can go to grad school. I want to either get my MBA, which is my Master's of Business Administration, or either my Master's of Finance, or there's a bunch of other options that I would be interested in. Pretty much my plans are to get a job, work, kind of see what I like, what I don't like, and go with it. I never really had a job. So I'm kind of excited for that, but obviously gonna miss the college days off and that type of stuff. Worst gymnastics injury. I was really injury prone in club. Worst from probably a medical standpoint, my arm. I broke both my radius and ulna in my left arm when I was 11. I was at a trip in Belgium. My parents weren't there. It was my very first time leaving Canada alone. And the first day in training, I was doing a kip handstand on bars, and my grip slipped forward and I landed completely on my one arm. My bones broke kind of like that, so they were crossed. So I had to have pins put in overseas without my parents. That was really scary. And then I obviously had to get the pins taken out a few months later. So that was a pretty long recovery at the age of 11 to deal with. I also broke in my second, third, and fourth metatarsal of my foot. So my left foot is also made of metal. I have 3 plates and 12 screws in that one. I tore my meniscus in 4 places when I was 15. So I had that all sutured up. I broke my nose really bad. I'm sure a lot of people actually know about that one. That one was really gross. Probably not my worst injury from like, a doctor, but in terms of traumatizing, for sure would be that one. I think that's all of them. But yeah, okay, my first Q&A is done. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next week.